They're going crazy. If you have a lot of spare money sitting around, come on, let's go. Hello and welcome to the video. Well, this video is about different ways to do van life. So van life to me means having freedom and flexibility, and also leading a minimalist lifestyle and a simple lifestyle. But there are lots of different ways you can do it. There isn't just one size fits all for this. There are lots of ways you can have this experience without having to do it full time like I do. So let me share with you my 6 different ways that you can live the van life lifestyle. So the first way to do van life is the most obvious one, and that is full time. So that is what I have done. 3 years ago, I sold my house. I moved into my van full time. So that involved selling up a lot of my stuff and really downsizing and really becoming a minimalist. And I had to fit my van out to have everything I would need to survive on a daily basis. So it's fully fitted out with everything I need. I also work online. So if you're going to do van life full time and you're not retired or have a great income coming in from somewhere, you need to work out how to work on the road and how to make money while you are traveling full time. So it is a very minimalist lifestyle, and it can last you for a long time. So it can be cheaper than living in a house. My average cost for the last 2 years have been $535 a week. So it's probably cheaper than having to pay rent. Some rents are just that for 1 week. So I definitely do save money, but I also work a lot less so that I can enjoy this lifestyle. Alright, I have just finished lunch and we're actually on the move today, and Abby's here. But I just want to talk to you about the second way to do van life, and that is part-time. So basically the opposite of full-time. So the benefits of doing it part-time is you can keep your home base, and you could go out for weekends, like long weekends, holidays. So you still get to go out and experience the freedom, the flexibility, get out in nature, without the responsibility of having to make an income while you're traveling. The other thing is with that, you don't have to own a van. You could just rent a van. You don't actually have to own your own van. So you could just rent a van, or you could still own your own van and just use it whenever you want. Come on, let's go. I'm trying to shoot the video, but I gotta compete with the birds. Hear them? They're going crazy. It's so funny. Alright, so let's talk about the third way to do van life, and that is seasonally. So a lot of retirees do this, and depending on where you live in Australia, you might go north for the winter or south for the summer. I know a lot of people in Canada do it. They call them the snowbirds. They go down to Florida for the summer, so for the winter. So yeah, you could do it seasonally. It means you still have your house, you still have your home base, or maybe you just rent for 6 months of the year, and then for 6 months of the year you go somewhere else. But that's definitely an option, just seasonal van life. That's option number 3. Let's talk about the fourth way to do van life, and that is to just do a one-off trip. So a lot of younger people do this. They'll take a year off of work. They may have long service leave. They may have saved up their holidays. They may have just saved up some money so they can do this, and they'll get a van and they'll do the lap around Australia. It's a very big thing for people to do. They want to go all the way around. And it's a great option to do when you're younger, you're still fit and healthy. You don't have to wait for retirement. And the bonus is you can sell the van when you get back. So you can maybe buy a van, do the trip, and sell it when you get back. So it's a really good option for van life if you're in your younger years, or if you have a lot of spare money sitting around and you can take a year off of work. There you go. That's option number 4. How cool is this silo art behind me? All right, let's talk about the 5th way to do van life. And this you can probably do with all the ones I've already suggested, but you can just stay in a caravan park. So if you just want to have a minimalistic lifestyle, if you don't want to live in a house anymore, you could get a van and just stay long term in a caravan park. And it's probably going to be a lot cheaper than renting, especially in some small country towns. Like a lot of small country towns in WA, it's $20, $25 a night. So you could stay for the whole, and some of them you can stay for a whole week for $120, up to 3 months. So you could just do that. You don't have to move around to live a minimalistic lifestyle, and you do still have the freedom then to move if you want. But don't think if you want to live in a van that you have to be moving all the time. You could just stay in a caravan park. You have access to all the amenities, power, showers, water, other people are usually around. So yeah, that's definitely an option that I don't think people should overlook. A lot of people ask me, what will I do when I don't do van life anymore? But there's options to do it without moving around and traveling. All right, let's go on to the next stop. Speaking of caravan parks, I just checked into one. I've just checked in for a couple of days. It's time to do laundry again. It's pretty cool. The sun is about to set. I have had my shower. We're going to be in for a very cold night tonight. I think it's going to be like my coldest night in the van was in Tasmania, but we're ready for it. And I want to tell you my 6th way to do van life, and that is house sitting. Now, there's something I always had in mind, that when Abby passes away, which I'm not in a hurry for her to go, could do house sitting. It's a great way to travel around the country, and you can then get accommodation for free by taking care of other people's pets. So instead of me having to own my own dog, I can take care of other people's dogs. Now, I have a friend, a viewer, Bron, who has been doing this for 6 months, and I spoke to her the other day. She absolutely loves it. So she said that she signed up with 2 websites. She pays an annual fee for each of them, and that's where she gets all her sits from. And once she got a couple of recommendations, she said she's just booked solid. Like, it's gone crazy. And you get to pick and choose. So she chooses smaller dogs. She doesn't feel comfortable with larger dogs. You can choose what area you want to do. So yeah, she's done one for 6 weeks, and the shortest one is like 2 days. So that's a really good option if you want to travel around your van, and it's a good option instead of caravan parks. You go to someone's house, you do your laundry and everything there, you can power up. So that's always a really good option. But you could just do that. Bron does it pretty well permanently. She has her van for maybe 1 or 2 days in between, but otherwise she's always house sitting. That's a really great option if you want to still live a lifestyle that's cheaper, freer. Like, you could go anywhere you want with that. All right. So there's a lot of choices you have if you want to do van life. It doesn't have to be full-time like me. You don't have to sell up everything and go full on. You can just do it a little bit at a time. This lifestyle is flexible. It's your life, and as I'm always saying, do what you want, do what suits you. Don't worry about what everyone else is doing. Just do what you want to do. And hopefully I've given you a few other options than just full-time in the van. All right, we'll see you on the next one. Bye.